At this time, I'd like to start the plenary session with a great advocate for transportation, the Florida Representative, Congressman John Mica, who's the chairman of House Transportation Infrastructure Committee. As a leader of one of the largest committees in Congress with broad jurisdiction, Congressman Mica is responsible for developing and overseeing federal policy and projects relating to aviation, highway, transit, rail transportation, water infrastructure, and emergency management issues. Congressman Mica is a nationally recognized leader with extensive experience and numerous accomplishments in transportation and infrastructure issues and policies. From 2007 to 2010, he served as a committee's Republican leader. From 2001 to 2006, he chaired the subcommittee on aviation. Congressman Mica has served on Transportation and Infrastructure Committee since being elected to Congress in 1992. He is truly a champion of transportation infrastructure. Mica is currently serving his 10th term representing Florida's 7th Congressional District. He and his wife, Pat, have resided in Central Florida, right here in Orlando, since their marriage in 1972. With that, I'd like to welcome Congressman John Mica.
Well, thank you, Secretary Prasad, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Central Florida. I know you've been welcomed already. This is not my congressional district. It's a little bit to the north of here, starting in beautiful Winter Park, just up the road. Get off at any of the exits there, spend some money, and then you can go on up my district to Daytona Beach. Everyone knows Daytona Beach. St. Augustine, the nation's oldest city, just a beautiful historic place to visit and spend some time and come back down through DeLand, a charming local community, Blue Springs, Wakaiwa River. We'd love to have you come and stay and extend your stay. Welcome wherever you've come from. I think you've got some exciting folks to hear from, not only from around the United States, but Europe. I just met several of our European guests, and again, I extend our warm welcome. Well, other than the welcomes, you came to hear what's going on in transportation, particularly in our nation's capital, and I think there's some exciting things that are about to happen. We've had sort of a rough, bumpy road to get here, and the road, I think, will be smoothed out not only in Congress, but also by some of the great innovation and technology that you will help provide. Got a few minutes to go down and get an advance tour of some of the exhibit area, and it's quite an eye-opener, and I think it opens around 11:30 or so, and it does show you some of the latest technologies, the innovation, the great things that the human mind can conjure to solve some of the problems that we face daily. And whether you're in Europe, whether you're in the Pacific coast, the Atlantic coast in Canada, all the way down here to Florida, you face congestion on our roads, in our transportation systems, particularly in the United States in our skyways. And what we do need is not only more money, and I'll talk about that in a second, but we also need innovative ideas so we can do more with less with the economic challenges that we all face. So I'm excited about what I saw here today. I'm also excited about the ideas and the innovation that you can bring to help us solve some of these challenging problems that we face. And again, in tough economic times, I think it's innovators like you that show us the way to do things better, spending less and getting a better return. I want to talk briefly, and I saw quite a bit of automotive technology downstairs, but there's plenty of room for intelligent transportation systems, not only on our highways, but in our skyways. And we're challenged with next generation air traffic control how important that is, that we maximize the utilization of our airspace, that we get planes quicker to where they go without diversions, without using more fuel, without adding to pollution, and that we know where the planes are. Last week I just got a report from the General Accounting Office of the increase in incursions and near misses with our aircraft, and with new technology, global position satellite systems rather than just ground-based, we can do a much better job and a much safer job in the air. On the ground, of course, highways and our intelligent transportation system, we have some serious challenges. While we brought highway fatalities down from 43,000 in the United States to 33,000, think of the lives that are lost every year. Think of the property damage. Think of the injuries that are inflicted on people because we have, again, our most accessible means of transportation is probably our most dangerous means of living. It's the highest, it is the highest cause of death among our young people. So we have a challenge to develop technology that can help us get around safer on our highways. You're looking at someone who actually this year saw some innovation that probably some of you are working on. You've heard of vehicle control and positive train control and vehicle management through electronic means. I'll tell you, I had an exciting opportunity just months ago at Daytona Beach Raceway, which is just north of here. Now, I gave the keys to a blind driver. Now, blind driver took an SUV and he drove it around the track. Not only did the blind driver drive the vehicle around the track, they had a lead vehicle that was dumping out boxes the size of a television set on the racetrack, and that blind driver navigated around all of those obstacles successfully. Probably one of the first time any experiment like that or demonstration like that took place. Now, if we can do that on an experimental basis, think of how much safer we can make our highways and byways. And not only through positive technology, I saw demonstrated some of the electronic monitoring equipment, the video cams, and other things that, again, can make our highways and byways safer. We also have, again, the opportunity to make our highways safer and more convenient for folks. I deal with one of the toughest issues is our trucking industry, which is a great economic generator, moves so much freight around the country. But also, when you have huge semi-trucks on the road and smaller passenger vehicles, and you have fatigue drivers, or you have, again, those that aren't complying with some of the safety requirements, you have unsafe conditions. But through some of the innovation that you all have come up with and that we have developing, we can do so much more in making those big vehicles safe vehicles, and again, getting them where they should be with the important responsibility they have in improving commerce. So that's another challenge I think that you face and we face, but you can help us make it much safer. Drunken driving, the statistics I saw just this week, nearly half of the fatal accidents are a result of someone who's involved in alcohol or drug abuse. And you also can provide and have provided technology to make our highways safer and, again, eliminate one of the principal causes of death and destruction on our highways. So you have a number of challenges, and I think simple things that we can also do just in safety signage and signage to allow some of those truckers to know where their next place to pull off safely, or where an obstacle is ahead, or information and communication on traffic flows that's so important and can deal with helping us resolve congestion we all face. I was coming down Interstate 4 to get here today, and we were coming to the west. If you were going to the east, you were in big trouble because there was a vehicle that had caught on fire, and traffic from right out here on I-4 all the way to downtown is backed up. But intelligent information systems that you can provide in transportation can help us unclog, again, some of those clogged highways and make our roadways safer.